All right, guys, Jamie here, THOR Offroad. We're heading down to San Antonio. We are going down to meet Nick Schreiker. He owns Ranch Armor, and we have been a dealer for Ranch Armor for, gosh, it's probably been 7 or 8 years. He's such a cool dude. If you watch his Instagram or any of his YouTube videos, you know how he is. He's funny, but probably the biggest reason why I want to go down and take a tour of his place is just he's done such a great job of building a brand and building products that are so functional and purposeful, which, if you know us, you know, purpose-built trucks has always been our tagline and what we're about. And I think that our brands align a lot. And the purpose that he did was for guys that, you know, want to have a side-by-side that works really well on their ranch, go out and get stuff done, hunting. And he's done a great job of building that brand around making high quality products in America. Anyway, we're gonna go down there and shake hands and meet for the first time, which sounds weird, but you know, we're busy guys. We're running businesses and we've known each other for a long time. We talk on the phone all the time. So I think this is gonna be cool, and I wanted to see his facility and everything that he's about. And hopefully maybe we'll build his truck. I don't know. We're gonna talk about it. It might happen. He's threatened to let me do it, but he also uses that truck a lot, and he's a busy guy, so getting it out of his hands might be a little more difficult than I think it is. But we're gonna ask anyway. So we're also gonna make another stop when we get down here and meet a previous client that we've built multiple trucks for, and we're gonna have lunch with him and talk about his new build. So a little twofer today in San Antonio. We're gonna head back after that and get all this straightened out.
Good to see you, brother. Yeah, see you. Absolutely. What you got?
Good. Limited edition.
Yes, sir. See? That's awesome, dude. Heck yeah. Well, I wish I had a hat for you. We just ran out.
Good.
I've got some pink ones though.
Hey, I'll take a pink one.
Really?
No.
Oh, yeah, we were just finishing up a meeting. Give me a few minutes. We'll do a walk around and go check out some cool stuff. All right. So this, when we moved in 2021, we just had this section here. Right. Just this. Not this section here. Not that building. It was just this. And when we moved in, I remember taking a photo from up there, and I'm sure you can relate. And I was like, oh my God, we're gonna have half the building to grow into. It's gonna be awesome. We ran out of room in a year, right? So we're like, crap, what do we do? So we added this section over here, and then we're like, well, I guess if we're gonna really grow up, maybe we should start cutting our own metal and bending our own metal, right? So we did that. This is our design and engineering room in here. This is where all the toys and everything get made. So this is Coy and Will. He's one of our. He's actually head of bumpers.
Jamie, nice
trains
to meet you.
everybody. So this is where we design everything. So
Okay.
Coy is he's dedicated to design, engineering. So that new roof rack you just saw, which added this section on. This was install bays. It was fully open, and then I was like, man, we needed a dedicated area for like doing install guides, designing. So we walled it in, put a mini split, and now this is literally its full-time job. That's actually going to be a sick build. I'm going to show you the wheels and tires and that. I think you'll like it. I have them here. So we're taking that one to Nashville.
You just 3D scan everything in here.
Yeah, he does the 3D scanning. Like that roof rack was built after scanning on the computer, and that was almost a first variation. The first variation is right behind you, but he can pretty much nail it by the second try on complex curves, bends, all that. So that's really cool. So if you ever need any help with that,
Technology, right?
so this is called a BLM LS7. It's from Italy. Okay. When they brought it in here, they brought it through that door one piece on special skates. I was in Argentina hunting, and I watched, this one's about $1.5 million. I watched 1.5 million roll in the mud. They had special plates out there on the truck.
I remember this video.
And I remember trying to hunt, and I was just shitting a brick the whole time. And I was like, oh my God, just walk, because we waited 6 months for it. It took 6 months. It took 6 months to get here.
I mean, it hadn't rained here in 2 years, and it rains the day that you're going to have this thing delivered.
Not rain. downpour. And the trucker that came from New Jersey, he couldn't wait. He had to have it unloaded. So the rigging company had all their cranes, and they're like, we're gonna roll it in there. So it weighs 80 tons. 80 tons. 80. If you look, I can't, it's cutting right now. There's a main beam. These tables rotate off each other. There's a table in there right now, and when it comes out, this one lifts up and it goes under, so you can have a sheet ready to load up. And then this is after things get cut, we press them. Our first press is here, and this is the big one we got at first. You can handle everything, our roof shells, flatbeds, things like that. And then we needed another press because this was the bottleneck, was when things would come off the laser, getting them cut or getting them bent after cutting. This was the bottleneck, especially because this one's a huge workhorse. It's not as efficient, so we just got this one in. Just like, I mean, it just got powered up first of the week. I think it's off right now. The trainer jack's off.
So you can do more intricate, smaller pieces.
Smaller parts, like little brackets like this.
Right.
You can bend them. It's electric driven, as opposed to that being servo and hydraulic. So this one is about 3 times faster than that, and it's designed to do little parts all day. So this one.
You can just set all your arms up, make it super repeatable.
Same dies. This one uses what's called villa dyeing, just like that, so that all the dies are interchangeable.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That never happened.
No, no. Well, they're both from Italy. The only thing that sucks about getting these machines in, this is our aluminum department. We have expanded this a lot. As the prices of these vehicles have gone up, more people want aluminum. Watch your eyes. So, this is something that people don't realize. Like our subframes, this is a subframe of a flatbed.
Okay.
Most companies on planet Earth do not TIG weld the frames and components you cannot see. They drag or they spool gun. We TIG weld everything. Everything.
Okay. Yeah, I was
penetration.
going to ask you if you spooled it or you TIG it.
We don't even own a spool gun. We run Dynasty 400s here. We've got 4 of them now, and we TIG weld everything. Takes longer, but it's more premium. All of our baskets we carbon TIG. So we make it look very pretty. So that right there is it's a carbon TIG. We don't even clean it because we want people to see the beauty and like the quality of the weld instead of just grinding it down. If they're grinding it down, that means an amateur did it and he didn't do a good job. So we carbon TIG those. But everything we do here, man, everything, the weld and the look of it has to be absolutely perfect. We want the welds to all flow one way.
Right.
It's got to be that way. When you're commanding the price, we're commanding.
Yeah. So answer my question. I remember the Texas Outdoor days.
Oh yes.
And so you rebranded. What made you rebrand? And give me that. I want that story.
So I started off, Texas Outdoors was started as an importer of Mexican accessories. We imported everything from Mexico.
Okay.
I was in the technology hardware business, and a friend of ours said, hey, you guys are great at sales. Can you help me market this in the U.S.? People buy this? I said, sure. How much inventory do you have? I said, I've got like 18-wheelers of it. I started calling dealers, like, yeah, you got it in stock, I'll buy it. I was like, oh, wow. So I was a dot connector at first, basically a broker for the accessories. And then I started to see that the quality wasn't good. I was like, well, let's start building it here in America. So I rented a little 2,000 square foot spot, had no money. I mean, I think my first rent check there bounced. We just started building. I hired a couple welders, and oh, it sucked. It was terrible. Very naive. I didn't know what it really took to build, source vendors, quality control, set up accounts. I was like, if they're doing it, I can do it. And you know what? Mine's gonna be better because it's made in Texas. So there was 5 or 6 years of Texas Outdoors that we really struggled. Like we were not good at all. Like we didn't know how to run a business. We didn't know how to market. We didn't know how to get products out. We owed customers, it was all the worst parts of a story were then. Now, I didn't rebrand. Ranch Armor existed under Texas Outdoors.
Okay.
Okay. But eventually I saw Texas Outdoors as being too regional. And there was already a magazine. There was another place up in Dallas. It sounded like a feed store or something, right? I wanted it to be more global, and I wanted it to be a brand that would stick. So a buddy of mine one night, we were at Hooters. It was our nightly meeting. And I was like, dude, I really want like a brand that sticks out. Texas Outdoors just it's not right. He said, dude, I mean, you mean like a ranch hand or like or road armor? And he said both of those, and I said ranch armor. And I drew the little logo, like that's it. And I bought the domain rancharmorutv.com. Thank God it was available. And rancharmor.com was available, but it was 70 grand, so I did Ranch Armor UTV. And I was like, that'll work.
That'll work.
Yeah. Move shops. It's a shirts over here, 15, 18, and I-10, which I think you had been to, or one of your guys had been to back in the day. Started off 4,000 feet there. Bought or leased the building next to me, 7,000 feet, grew out of that. When I was passing by this piece of land, it said, build to suit. 2019, I was with my wife, and she was like, you know, this would be a great location. Let's do it here. It took a year and a half, almost 2 years to build. It was supposed to take 9-10 months, right?
Yeah, I remember watching it on Instagram. Yeah. So the concrete got poured, and then it was like a nightmare. Yeah,
it was terrible. During COVID, nobody wanted to work. Everything was super expensive. So it took 2 years to get in here. We've quickly expanded that section, which was, now I look at it, we didn't do it right. But as far as expanding over there, we'll walk over there. That's all of our outfitting and shipping now and wiring. So that building is the size of what we started out here now, and that's just the warehouse shipping and outfitting.
Okay.
So, you know, back then, when we moved in here in 21, we had 9 employees, and we have 44 today. Wow. But like I said, when I started, it was just me and my wife. In fact, my 2 welders quit on me because I couldn't pay them back in the day, and my wife and I were cutting metal and welding. She said, we are staying here until we get every order caught up. I was like, cool. So we lived there. We had a futon there. My dog was there, Beaumont, who's still with us. And dude, it wasn't that many orders, but I had to build them all. So,
well, that's an interesting part of my business. Like everybody thinks we're the business owners who make all the money, and we don't know how to do any of this stuff. But for us guys who actually had to come out, you came out of the tech industry, you had to learn how to weld, right?
Yeah, I'm selling commercial iPad hardwares. And the company that I struck a deal with went bankrupt, so I lost all my molds. It was in California, and thank God I had found, or this guy had approached us about selling accessories, or I would not be here today.
Weird how the world works, man.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
I was in the automotive repair business for 26 years.
Yeah.
The Thor thing, I just started in the back. I mean, really, it's like, oh man, this really fuels my soul. That fuels my pocketbook. I'll do this, you know, and I'll be on site.
Yep.
It'll be fine. And before I knew it, I just start hiring guys. Next thing I know, I'm doing this really high-end suspension stuff. And it was a long road. Like, I'm making it really short, but yeah, I almost shut down. I was telling the guys today, I almost shut down 4 times. Like, I got where I couldn't pay my bills, couldn't pay employees. I had to sit up there and build trucks at night, come in at 5 o'clock in the morning and spray in bed liner beds. And,
oh no, dude, that gives me chills. That gives me chills. That's what it's about, though. You know? And I think most businesses, big or small, in the U.S. have faced that exact situation. If you don't have a story where you couldn't make payroll, I don't think you've done it all yet.
You built a badass business.
Thank you. I'm gonna come tour your place, especially because you just moved into the new one.
Yeah,
I want to come see it.
We're gonna do like a rebrand opening. So
if you build my truck, which you are, I will come and pick it up so we can take a look. That sounds good?
I'll come down and pick it up. You come pick it up.
Awesome. That sounds good. Let's do it.
All right, so we just left Ranch Armor, and man, what a stop. Like, Nick has built such an amazing business. His story is so cool. You know, I'd say some of us small business guys may have very similar stories, but when you walk through that place and see where he was 10 years ago to where he is now, there's no question that he worked really hard, and him and his wife have built something really, really special there. I think we were pretty impressed. Our expectations were high, but man, he really exceeded all of those. They make such high quality products, and we're very, very proud to put our brand next to their brand and be able to represent them like they have built their business up to. It's just something pretty cool. And now we're headed downtown. We're gonna go meet a client and talk about his build. ranch, and I think we got that client all squared away. Like I said, he's built a few trucks with us before, and like anybody else, you know, over time and through different trucks, the purpose is never the same. So, you know, it's important for us to sit down, talk to the client, figure out exactly what they want to do, what they want the current truck to look like. So, you know, we got aesthetics and we got functionality, and all those things go together for what we call purpose-built vehicles. I think that also ties into our other stop today at Ranch Armor with their focus on purpose-built vehicles and what they do, which is why, like I said earlier, we align that brand with us to make sure that we're making sure our customers get the vehicles to do whatever it is that they want to do, whether it's on their ranch or whether it's a functioning work vehicle, UTV, or truck. So here at THOR Offroad, that's what we do. We make sure the client comes first and all their needs are met whenever we're building these vehicles. So that's why we call ourselves purpose-built vehicles here at THOR Offroad. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.